Greetings, and once again, welcome back to the Insanity. We have a little mod update, but there's nothing that changes for our case because it was changes to natural gas, as far as I know, according to the mod update changelog. Last time we left off, we had started creating this brand new city block, creating coke, and not only coke but also we have some hot air flue gas which is already full, and that's not good, so let's just change that, or let's void it for the time being. So we have hot air and soon gas and flue gas. I don't think the flue gas will be particularly useful, but it's still there. So in order to walk faster, I would like to add these tiles here, please. Thank you very much. I love these. Now, we have a few fixes to make before starting on today's topic. Because we would like to export these things from this area, essentially. So it's mainly the fluids, because the items we are already exporting, even though we don't have any coal here at the moment. We do have coal dust, but no actual coal. So I think that will be a belt from over here, probably. Sometime. Greetings, train. How are you doing? Please take me to my parking, where hopefully I have a couple of items waiting for me. And I'm disabling my logistics now and will be enabling it once I reach the destination. So because I'm passing to and from between different logistic networks, well, between the same logistic network actually. So now I have arrived and there are no robots here, apparently. Oh, there they are. Please give me stuff, because I don't want to... Hey! Where do you think you're going? Oh, it probably took stuff from me, of course. Which reminds me that I should probably add a couple of chests here. And just throw away a couple of things in these. That way the robots don't have to travel that far. So please, do we have any lead plates? I do believe I need some lead plates. Okay. We did not need that much rubber. Good to know. And I still can't make it. I need iron. I must have iron. Do we have any iron? It was a lot easier when the robots actually just gave me stuff. 1, 2, and a couple of... yeah, that looks better. I need more robots. I absolutely need more robots. We can see at least that we have a lot of stuff available. Where do you think you're going? Okay, sure. I want to keep my lead plates. Goodbye, robots. It's been 5 minutes and I've done absolutely nothing. And of course, I did not bring any belts, naturally, because why would I think about that? And I don't have enough inserters. I need more robots and faster robots. That's what I need. But at least we have some rails, which we will be using to continue building this area, because we need to build a train station somewhere around here. And this we can just move straight ahead. Oh, thank you. So somewhere around here maybe. And I only have not enough rails. Okay, so do I have an overflow valve? Yes, I have several actually. Because I would like to add an overflow valve in between here for this gas vent. Thank you very much. And I don't have any pipes. It seems like I basically have no iron whatsoever. What's going on? Come on. I believe the iron was fixed a while ago. Now I'm just going to a train station that I know requests iron. I was planning on doing on setting up AUG food in this episode, but we're stuck just fetching iron. It seems. Okay, come on, please. What now? Duralumin. Sure, I know where to find that. Sadly, there's no way to just tell robots to just stay at a particular roboport. They tend to travel back and forth and here and there and do all kinds of things. So, okay, I give up. Robots, just do your job, while I can show the audience what I'm planning to do in this episode. So the plan is to make AUG food, which requires a number of things, and most of these things is very easy to make. Fawagaya, moss, seaweed, steam, super easy. We can set up a production of that anywhere. Plastic bar is a bit tricky, and at the moment I think we are using this recipe, which involves syngas and aromatics to make plastic bars. But as it turns out, we have another recipe here, which we will be using instead, is the plan, which uses iron oxide, benzene, and ethylene, which is exactly the same ingredients as we have over here, where we produce styrene. This is using the exact same things, so I will just set up a plastic production over here somewhere and provide it to LTN naturally, somehow, somewhere. Not sure how that's gonna work actually, probably maybe over here. Yeah, we have a storehouse. That's only a storehouse? Oh well. We'll figure something out. So plastic bar can be taken care of and provided to LTN, and then there is the starch, which we have over here. And this used to be a big problem just a couple of episodes ago, but now it's no longer a problem. The only thing that is a problem here, which we will take care of later, is that we never place these inserters. So this machine is not really getting a lot of soil, which makes it super slow. So that's the plan. How are you doing, robots? No, I don't want fish there, please. Thank you. I'm guessing that the robots are very, very, very far away, trying to give me stuff because I'm requesting these transport belts, which is over at the mall. And I'm requesting Roboports, which is also over by the mall. So, what's the use of having robots if you have to do things yourself? I don't get it. But I grabbed some Duralumin and now I don't no longer care about the robots. I want to make progress. So before we leave, we will be grabbing a bit of transport belts here. Thank you. Now let's up. We forgot something. We forgot something very important. Oh. No, come on, are you kidding me? Of course you're not. Okay. Sure. We forgot to pick up rails, which is very important. I am requesting rails and it is provided, but we don't have enough robots to provide us with things, which makes it problematic. Don't care about these red lights at the moment. Now it's not even red lights. We are working on getting a better infrastructure, but still it takes a lot of time to get stuff. And speaking of better infrastructure, thank you, next lit tiles. Okay, how about now? We have the pie tanks. Let's make another one because of the flue gas, which I'm not sure when we want to use, but we probably want it sooner or later. And we have hot air and we have syngas. So that's gases. So let's make a gas vent just so that we can, in worst case scenario, use an overflow valve. Do we have a couple of pumps? Not enough. Well, might be enough, but let's make some more. Good. It's important to be prepared. Thank you. And let's see. So we would like to have 3 logistic train stops. Can I do something like this maybe to get it at the correct distance? Thank you. There could be an argument to put some more, to put different inputs for them, like different tracks. But this is fine for now. So coal, did we make up a name for the other one? Coal and coke, hot air provider. And syngas provider. And flue gas provider. So the reason why I'm still calling it coal and coke is because that's like the name of the city block. So then I can more easily find out where a train station is. Do I not have a No, I don't have a blueprint for this, it seems. Okay, please give me some pumps. Thank you, thank you. And thank you, and thank you, and thank you. Now please give me some electricity. Thank you very much. What? Okay, sure. Can be taken care of. And that too. Good. Constant combinator, very important ingredient. And this is a maximum train length of 2, and it's a fluid provider, which is why we will put a provider threshold of 25k. And I think that's it. And then we will copy these settings and paste over here and do the same connection for these. Thank you very much. Okay, let's get the right thing in the right, or in this case, the left thing. Ah. Hot air provider. Please be so kind and provide us with some hot air, preferably. And I could have picked up a couple of pipes earlier, but I, for some reason, did not. Thank you. And then there is the syngas. It should be this one. Yes. Please be so kind and give me some syngas. And last but definitely not least, I need more pipes. Always need more pipes. There we go. Thank you very much. So now they should be providing us with some extra fluids. Worst case scenario is that it will back up and we will not be providing anything. Or rather we might have something, but everything else is blocked. But we will deal with that mess later on. Now let's fix one more thing, namely the coal. Where is the coal? Here is the coal. So when there is extra coal, I would very much prefer it if it could come over here. And then we have a bit of a problem because these need to have different belts. There we go, that's better. Green wire, please. So this should be enabled if there is coke less than something, where something might be 5,000. And this will be enabled if coal is less than 5,000. Excellent. Now it's time to head over here. Because we need to change these little fluid stations thingies. And I think I will be experimenting with, instead of setting train to 1, number of trains to 1, I will be setting a request threshold of 20k or something like that, so that as long as you can make a delivery of 20k or more, then you may go ahead and make a delivery. Otherwise, please do not make a delivery. And let's see how this goes. And the reason I'm doing this is because I would like to avoid any problems with trains coming back and still have fluids in the depot. LTN has actually recently added a feature for that, so that you can, if you want to, you can clear fluids that come back to the depot up to a certain amount, which is configurable. I can show you the setting. It's depot fluid removal limit. This is one of the recent changes in this mod. Seems useful, but I would not like to use it, because preferably I would like my trains to be empty when they come back to the depot. Now let's fix this little issue with missing inserters. And suddenly we should get some more sand over here. The ratio here is actually a bit off, because technically we would need approximately two soil extractors per washer. And these boilers are no longer used, but oh well. It doesn't hurt to have them there. Okay, now that that's out of the way, I would like to go over here, because we have a radar over there which is not connected to our electric grid. And research has been progressing very slowly recently, which seems to be because we are missing steel. Oh, come on. Thank you, you may have electricity. Good. Now I would like to check on this steel production. How is that going? Should be getting some steel now and then. Maybe not a lot, but it's not too horrible. In my opinion, at least. Thank you, dear cargo bots. Oh, come on. Cargo bots is leaving again. Very well. I do actually have a couple of roboports that I could put out. So I think it's time to fix the plastic recipe. And use the improved plastic recipe. for that, I'm guessing that we need to have, oh, it's a destructive distillation column. And this is going to be a mess. What else is new? So please make me plastic bars. And how about this rotation for this machine? That might be good. Because then I can plug into here. So that's the steam. And then we need the benzene and the ethylene. Oh, look, we have ethylene here. What a coincidence. And this our very favorite. Where does it come from? It comes from over here, okay. Then you may go down a bit sooner. And oh my god, this is an absolute mess. Well, it's a mess, but it works. And then we should have provided with, are you kidding me? There we go, iron oxide. Now for the output, the plastic bars, which is gonna be a lot of plastic bars. I mean, come on. 20 per craft, and it's gonna be crafting this quite a bit. So I would like to take this over here and then over here approximately, hoping this is somewhat correct. Yeah, that's quite good. And then I would like, if possible, to, oh come on, to switch this to a bigger thing. You will be promoted. How does that feel? Oh, why is there a... That one is very much in the way. But okay. Green wire. This is why you should have some space between train stations. Stone bricks. Multi-provider, please. Oh dear me. And I still don't have any medium poles on me. Need to fix the medium poles. And because it's a multi-provider, it's very important that we use filter inserters. Good. Now that that's done, please have a little condition here and check that if we have stone brick less than 3000 or something, then you may insert it. Otherwise you may not. And then we have these, which also will be using a condition plastic less than 5000. If so, please insert it. So there we go. Now it should be providing plastic and stone bricks. That was easy. Took a bit of time, but was easy. Hello. Electric poles, what are you doing here? You're just being in the way so that I can bump into you, which I would rather not do. Thank you very much. Let's move our train so that other trains may pass. Okay, now I think we also need to provide this starch somehow, somewhere. Probably at the same place as the biomass, maybe? Not sure. But we need to provide it somewhere, that's for sure. And this is already set up as a multi-provider. Isn't that great? So in that case, can we get some starch over here? We probably can. It's going to be dirty, but we can. And because this is providing starch and biomass, it's completely okay to just put it on the same belt as the other one. But however, I will be having a condition here, naturally. 2,500 maybe. That's quite a lot actually, but what it's B. Notice that it seems to be both increasing and decreasing, while I just expected it to only increase. Which means that we need to have a filter inserter over here for recycling the biomass. Excellent. So 4 starch will be free food, so 4 starch is quite a lot, I think, but we might save up a little buffer of it. And speaking of buffer, I would like it to prefer the left side here, because first we would like to use it for the drilling fluid production if needed. Otherwise, feel free to provide it. Now the question is, where do we build this production? Well, it just so happens that we have a bit of empty space over here, so why not? It probably doesn't need to be this long, but why not? Thank you, and please chain signal, thank you. And I need some more logistics train stops. And this city block does not yet have a name. And speaking of city block names, we should add coal and coke, hot air, syngas, flue gas. Somewhere over there. And then this is niobium and nixolite. We are running out of nixolite tiles, come on. Oh, wow. Okay, nixolite plates. We have a lot of nixolite tiles, that's good. Nixolite and niobium. And right, I can also use an icon. And I very much like the graphics for the nixolite, so I will be using that. And this one will be using coke, because I think that is the more special thing over there. And this is maybe foods and acid gas, and I don't know, I barely even know what this is actually. It's just something, random stuff. But anyway, let's call this one food, and let's call it, say that it's a requester, item requester to be precise. And for this, we need to have a warehouse. We need to have a constant combinator. And now it's time to specify what we want to produce. And apparently I can't have two windows up at the same time. That's annoying. We want to request plastic. We want to request... We already have a delivery of plastic. That was quick. Now I need to hurry up and give these some... Oh dear me, of course. And give them some electricity, preferably before the train arrives, or at least before the train leaves. There we go. And then there is the starch. Minus 1500 maybe, I don't know. And then maybe some coal. Do I want to request coal for the steam? Let's request coal for the steam, see how it goes. Or actually maybe not. Okay, now I need some soil. And apparently I have a new recipe for moss. Interesting. I don't have a lot of coarse fraction though, so we'll just see about that. Okay, so apparently I need some soil. Luckily I know a way we can get that. What else do we need? We need the fungi actually. Moss, seaweed, and steam. So either we make a compost here, or we make a small Kiesalk production, or we make something else. Oh, Kiesalk needs clay, that's right. That's the annoying part of Kiesalk. Okay. So, soil extractor, please. I haven't quite figured out how or where exactly or how to connect everything together, but I will probably figure something out. For example, I just figured out that I need more pipes. Thank you. So plastic bar and starch is fixed. Seaweed is rather easy. Seaweed taken care of. Almost. Told you I needed more pipes. Great. That's seaweed. And let's see, what else do we have? We need an automated factory to put stuff together. It seems. Aug food. And the reason, by the way, for why I want to make this is because it will help me to get some manure quicker. Then you might wonder, why do you need manure? Well, because I want to grow things faster. Recipe is not great, but it should kind of work. And the problem now is that I don't have... Oh, look at that. What a coincidence! I do have. I have carbon dioxide quite close. Where does the carbon dioxide come from? It comes from up here, okay. So I guess then in that case that you can go somewhere like this, and I definitely need to pick up some more pipes. How is it going for this train, by the way? Nothing has really... Oh dear me. It appears that we have once again blocked the traffic. Maybe that also explains why we haven't gotten any steel. Do we have an... That's a requester. Where am I? There we are. Okay, there should be a steel request delivery somewhere soon. Only question is, where will it go? Pipes. It's pipes that I need. Pipes, pipes, pipes. There it is. Here you can have some back. Thank you. And I believe I understand why the robots are taking so long. It's because they don't have enough spaces to charge at. Like this poor robot coming with rails. It's on its way to us, sort of, but we don't want to wait for it because it's so damn slow. Now let's see if we can park somewhere over here without being in the way. Okay, 45 minutes almost, and at least it feels like we have started to do something useful. For some values of useful and for some values of something, probably. Do I maybe want to move this up further up? Yeah, why not? So maybe like putting it over here, sort of. Where is, by the way, the plan to make the crossing? Okay, it's over here. So please just mark this area, as much of it as possible, more or less. And this is going to be a four-way crossing. Just sort of doing this to be prepared for where we need to clean up and stuff like that. More or less. Okay. Do we have any moss? That's not moss. We do not have any moss. We need to kickstart it by just inserting some moss. For some values of some. Electricity, naturally. Thank you. Now this recipe isn't the best, but I think it should be enough for what we want to use it for. So that leaves the Favogaye and the steam. So Favogaye plantation, can we make one? We cannot because we need wood. This looks like wood. Sort of, almost. Can we make one now? No, still more wood, still more wood. So we need to get 100 wood. That's a lot of wood. But we just got it. So we also need a spore collector, because the mushroom spores don't come from nowhere. We need to collect them. Vroom. And now we are getting some stone brick back, because we no longer want to walk on the stone bricks. We want to, oh my god, this is so awesome. There we go, okay. And as I said, I haven't properly thought this through, so this might be a complete and utter mess. But luckily space is not really a problem. So now the only thing is, what do we want to burn? Item fuel values. Biomass is one option. Coal dust. Yeah, that we have quite a lot of by now actually. Fiber, log, raw coal, raw fiber, solid fuel, treated wood. What now? Okay, you're loading up with coal. Good. How's the starch doing? How much starch do we have here? 419. In other words, not enough, although it would last for quite a while, I would say. So we could just tweak the request provider thing a bit. the request threshold. Okay, so coal is on its way. And we have already plastic. What are the ratios of these things? 10 seconds crafting time. Okay, it's feel free to share belts however you would like. Although I would actually like to have the coal separately, because that's a fuel. So it should go to a different place. Starch is also something I want. And I always forget which order to, if it's the left one that should go into the right one or the other way around, but we'll see. And this one can actually go to the left because over here we have the water. So this will be producing our steam, is the idea. Something like that. Looks great, doesn't it? Yeah, I know it doesn't really, but... Good. It seems to be working properly over there. And now for the steam. I think we would like to move this one up a chunk or so. Have it maybe over here. And then we need to take care of the steam, which we will do using a quite long underground pipe. Thank you. Plastic, Favogaya, right. Do we have a spore collector? We do. Favogaya spores and a Favogaya plantation. And here you can see why we want to have this manure, which we don't have yet. Oh dear me, I don't have any. Of course, I need to grab some Favogayas in order to kickstart things, as always. How could I forget? But you may have maybe some electricity for this spore collector so that that one can get started, at least. Would be very nice if we could get that one started. Something like that, yes. Good. Now let's run literally and get some Favogaya spores. No, Favogaya. I'm making a mess with these things. Speaking of mess, this is quite a mess. Favogaya. I know we have a production here somewhere. There it is. And now I hope that we haven't... Oh, okay. So these are making steam apparently. Well, no, not steam, biomass. That was not the production I was thinking of. Do we not have Favogaya somewhere else as well? Exactly, that's what I was thinking of. We have this entire iron chest just full of Favogaya. Where am I? Oh, okay. So it's just a bit below me. There we go, that's what I'm talking about. Now, sadly, I only want 20 of them for now. Later on, I do actually want to get some more, so let's grab a bunch of them or so. 300 should be enough for a while. Oh, hello, robots. Thank you for the delivery. How very kind. Ugh, this place looks like a mess. Okay, now at least it looks like we need titanium instead of steel. That's something, I guess. And we also need to have some more belts. For some reason. Guy, please go in here and please give me an inserter and start producing some. Thank you very much. This is going to take some time, so that will need to be scaled up later on. So we have 5 different items. That means that we need belts on both sides, and we have 1 output. And this output will be provided, believe it or not, to LTN. At some point at least. And this Favogaya can probably share the same belt as the moss, because the moss just happens to be nearby. Something like that. Thank you very much. It's so many things, so many things. Seaweed and starch. And plastics, of course. Oh, look at that, almost perfect. So seaweed, I would need you to come over here, please. More belts, come on. Isn't there a saying that enough is enough? So it seems like the seaweed will have to be the one coming in from the other side. It's a mess. But it should be soonish a working kind of mess. 700, okay. Will something happen if I... Oh, I forgot something. Please make this a maximum train length of 2. And please provide something if you have more than 10 million of it, which is basically never. So basically don't provide anything. And please put a request threshold of 500. Does that help? I think it does. Or does it? What do you have for me? Okay, you're giving me plastics. I was hoping that you would give me some starch, but sure, why not? I'm going to steal some starch anyway, because I would just like to see this get started. Good. Steam in place, everything in place. 2 long belt, check. Inserters, working on it. Electricity, yada yada. Oh look, we are making something. We are making something. This is awesome. We're making old foods. Isn't that nice? How this will help us very, very much. And so this, let's put this over here, and please put a rail signal in front of it. And please copy the name of this, and please change the name. Item provider. And this can handle a train length of 2, believe it or not. And it will use a provider threshold of 200 to get started. And that's the wrong kind of inserter. Why am I not? Of course, I'm not able to do that. But in the meantime, please go inside here. When there is oak food less than 2000. That's a lot of food, actually. That's a lot of food. And then we need one of those, and we need one of those, and we also, for some reason, need electricity for the inserter. Good! Now where is my train? Here it is. Please take me to my parking, because I need to get some simple circuit boards, among probably other things. I could use a refill of iron. Oh yes, thank you inserters. Please stay here. For a while at least. Look at this, we have 345 iron plates there. And here we have some simple circuit boards. Very nice. Okay. So filter inserters, a bunch of them. Then we may get going again. I think we have made a little bit of progress on the research. Yep, I'm sure we have, because it just said 51 and now it says 52. I think we started this episode on around 35, if I remember correctly. Please do not correct me if I'm wrong. Okay. Sure. Okay, both of these are connected. That's connected. Let's connect that one, and some inserters. And I think this should be working. Not that we have a lot of... Oh, it's actually the Favogaya that's the issue right now. Interesting. Can I make another Favogaya plantation? No. Because I need more wood. Naturally. Well, that should be somewhat easy. Maybe. Oh, look at this. That's one heck of a belt of wood. Thank you. Power plantation. Do we want another one? Yeah, why not? No, apparently not. Ah, soil. And tin. Okay. I guess then in that case we are not making another Faugai plantation. But I would like to have this one at least. So it should use the same recipe for the time being. It will also need some water, and it will need an inserter. Or two. Ah! Alright. Apparently we do need that extra power pole. Nice. So I'm guessing then, sort of, maybe, that this should provide us with some more Faugai. Quite a bit of it, actually. That's Keysalk plantation, that's Moondrop, that's something else. And that's seaweed. Okay. Here, take some seaweed, because I for sure don't want it. So let's take a look at how we can use this. And one of the interesting things about this that I don't think I have mentioned before is this recipe, which requires a tired AUG to make an AUG, and this is something related to an AUG powered generator, and those are very efficient, at least from what I have figured out. So we will for sure be making those in the future when we refactor the power at some point, possibly. And other than that, it's just like a bunch of more advanced recipes. So we can make it to biomass, but we have way better options for biomass than that. Caged oak we will be using it for, and most importantly, manure. Definitely the manure. So we will basically be setting up an entire city block somewhere of oak for oak farming and for all kinds of things. And I'm thinking that that city block might be over here somewhere, possibly this one actually. Possibly. And the reason for that is basically that I have plantations over here, like this Kisalk at the moment, which seems to be doing some things. Shouldn't you be sort of saving some Kisalk in like this thing? Not sure where all the Kisalk is going, or maybe we just looked at this at the wrong time. It seems to be self-sustaining at least, so that's the important part. So if I have plantations over here, then I can have animals over here somewhere. That's the main idea and reasoning behind this. And at some point we would definitely like to refactor this huge crappy spaghetti land area. But a lot of the problem for the spaghetti land is that we need, I mean, for logistic science pack, we constantly either need titanium or we need steel or we need something. And for the simple circuit boards, we seem to be requiring iron plates, which is a bit annoying actually. And this reminds me that I do think we should increase and add another hydro classifier. Because that seems to be needed, basically. Oh, and these are not using up all those ones. Okay, so let's go and fix that. Let's go and fix that before I'm tempted at making a to-do item about it. Oh look, we just got a delivery of iron ore. What a coincidence. So something like this, and why do I not have any more power poles? There we go. And something like this. Good. Well, not just good, excellent. So please take this unslimed iron and do something useful with it, preferably molten iron, if you would be so kind. And maybe actually I will even be making yet another hydroclassifier, because while I'm here, why not just scale it a bit more? Although it seems to have used up parts of this. And it seems like everything can actually even keep up here at the moment. Maybe not these automated screeners. Good. Now this should help us make a bit more unslimed iron, which should help us make some more other stuff. Screener. I can make a screener, so let's make a screener. Good, 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 good. Perfect. This should hopefully help a bit with iron production and steel production and all the things production. So let's find our car. It's been a while since I used my car. Where is it? Is it in the parking spot? No. Where is my car? Consider this like a game of Where's Waldo? There it is, it's in the depot. Now where's the depot, you might ask? Well, there it is. Now let's actually hide that, but please show the tags. Please go to my parking from here. That will jump out on the way. Because the time has come for yet another... Uh-oh. That's not an optimal place to get a fuel failure. Seems like we are forgetting to refuel our train every now and then. I know I'm taking a risk to drive here, but YOLO, as they say. Well, that doesn't really apply to Factorio, does it? Because if you would die in Factorio, you would just respawn 10 seconds later. I wish the same could apply to power poles as well. Actually, speaking of power poles, I think it's about time that we replace this a bit. I honestly don't even know what they are doing here. Now I know what they are doing there. Just a few more. Just to get rid of all these old power poles. Something like that. Thank you very much. Landfill. Can't make new city blocks without it. Power. Can't drive with power poles. If anyone is keeping count on how many power poles I hit, please let me know. So this is a huge container full of landfill. Well, apparently not full. That's disappointing. And this is another container. Also not completely full of landfill. And this is another container. Also not completely full of landfill. But at least enough to fill our inventory and our car. Now I do know that oaks require water to be grown, but I don't think they need that much of it. So therefore I will not be making an indoor swimming pool. At least I don't think I will be doing that. Maybe I will, just because why not? But it should be more than enough with just one pump jack to feed all the oaks with water. I do know there are some recipes for the oaks that require water barrel. So that's gonna be interesting. And why not put a little indoor swimming pool over here? Like that. Although still it's not an indoor swimming pool, it's an outdoor swimming pool. I had my whole thinking inside out. Haha! I just thought about that one, sorry. And that's done. So, the actual AUG production will be done in the next episode. We are going to need a lot of, oh dear lord me, Jesus, a lot of soil for those AUG paddocks, it seems. Lots of iron and lots of stone, but stone and iron should not be too much of a problem. So thank you for watching, and oh, this research is almost done. Nice, let's hope we can get that started in the next episode. Stay safe.